My skin is black. My body is burned. I survived Babylon. I am a daughter of Zion. Daughters of Zion like diamonds.
Shalom. Okay, I'm having a little fun here, so just bear with me. Okay, here we go. Okay, now when I say New York, I mean the whole United States. Okay, Babylon. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I left Brooklyn, now I'm in the Middle East, close to the desert. Here I feel the heat, but I'm not sweating it, 'cause I saved my soul. Should Babylon have cost me a buck of stronghold? Babylon is falling, it's on the downward road. America is finished, they trying to take you with you. Come out for my people, it's about to get deep. And if you don't listen, you're gonna feel the heat. Israel, come out of her. Israel,
I, my beloved, and he is mine. His banner over me is love. I, my beloved, and he is mine. His banner over me is love. His banner over me is love. He brings me to his banqueting table. His banner over me is love. He walks me to his banqueting table. His banner over me is love. He brings me to his banqueting table. His banner over me is love. His banner over me is love. Yeshua is the rock of my salvation. His banner over me is love. Yeshua is the rock of my salvation. His banner over me is love. Yeshua is the rock of my salvation. His banner over me is love. His banner over me is love.
Praise the higher. Children of Israel are here. Mount Hor. We're going inside the tomb to pray for our brother Aaron. Holy Land, Kadesh. We are in Kadesh. And as you know, Mount Hor is at the border of the children of Israel heritage. So we're still within the borders, but this is one of the borders.
Shabbat Shamayim, Kwadash Haya, Shamka Mahaya, Malak Wavka, Thaba Vatazawanka, Haya Aisha, Maharataza. Kawahaya, Bashamaya, Nathan Lanawa, Lakan Kalyawan, Wasalat Nawa, Khawaf Nawa, Kasalat Nawa, Kawaf Nawa, Thabayan Nawa, Minasaya Wapamba, Hawashin Nawa, Mayarai, Kayalaka, Hamlakwa, Wahala, Wahasapara, Wa'awalam,
Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. Praise the Messiah.
All glory and praise to Ahaya Shahaya, Bahashim Shaya, Wakodash Wak. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Praise Ahaya, Bahashim Shaya, Wakodash Wak. I pray all is well, brothers and sisters, and I say shalom. I pray you had a blessed week. Sister Connor here, and welcome to the Nappy Hair Chronicles, where we are chronicalizing the awakening of the children of Israel. Praise Ahaya Bashem Shaya. Okay, guys, so I am here, and I just thank you. Please hit the like button and comment and subscribe and all that good stuff. I give all glory and praise to Ahaya. Okay, so there's a lot going on, brothers. There's so much going on. You kids can't even keep up. So I wanted to touch on a few things, show a few videos, newsworthy things that I thought, that I ran across this week. And I pray that you find them interesting. But first, I would like to just say rest in peace to one of the, R&B singers, Angie Stone, recently passed away. And I just thought it was really interesting in the manner in which she, the timing in which she passed away. Because she had been doing a lot of interviews on the YouTube. She was doing a lot of, talking podcasts or videos about, industry things, exposing the industry. And then here it goes, like a couple of months later, she's gone and she's had this mysterious accident, which is weird. And it's like, it shows you, like, for all those who are like me, they so-called conspiracy theory, when stuff like this happens. She just so happened to start, in the last couple of months, making videos exposing the music industry. And then all of a sudden, now she's gone. But this just shows you the lengths of what they will go to get these people out of here. And, they're just really like showing their hand. The powers that be, the people who are running the entertainment industry, the people who are running America and all the satanic things that's going on in America. This gives you an idea of how wicked it is and how it is. Because she just started, exposing Universal Records, which she was signed to. Also, Clive David. Now, I have to just say about this Clive Davis guy, oh my goodness. I mean, he got to be like 90-something years old. He's over 90 years old. He's still, taking out the children of Israel. He's been doing this for decades. I mean, from Luther Vandross, Phyllis Hyman. There were so many people, even who I love, and I have to think of his name. And his daughter sings too. I can't think of his name, but Whitney Houston. These all, he's just responsible of so many of our people not making it. Clive Davis. And she was signed also to Clive Davis on Arista Records, but then she moved and went to Universal. But in one of her videos, she calls out Clive Davis too, owing her money, not paying her royalties and not paying for the music. And this woman has a long list of credits in the music industry. And I'll just read some of it so y'all know. Talking about Angie Stone, rest in peace to the sister who got passed away. It's just another fallen soldier, with our people, being a part of this wicked system called America. The music industry is one part of it. And it's just like our people are just dying by the sword, just being knocked off one by one. As we get closer to the coming of our Savior, Yeshua. Okay, so Angie Stone, she was signed to Universal Music. And also, before that, she was signed to Clive Davis, Arista Records. And anybody who has any affiliation with Clive Davis, it's just not a good ending for them. He's just like be knocking off all these, he feels, I guess, because he made them, he could just take them out whenever he wants to. And I made many videos about the late, great Whitney Houston and what they did to her. Clive Davis is definitely behind that. So here now, another one, Angie Stone. Now, she was the first female, she was one of the first female rap groups ever. She was signed to, I think, the Sugar Hill Gang Records. She was the first female rap group. And she also received a Grammy, I believe, for her affiliation with this rap group called Sequence. And she was also known as Angie B. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that she goes back this far with her talents and being affiliated throughout the music industry. She was back there with the Sugar Hill Gang and them and writing and stuff for them and never got paid, never got her money. And the Sugar Hill Records, I'm not sure if that's the record company that signed the Sugar Hill Gang, the hip, a hop, you don't stop the rocket. That record, they became millionaires. And so she never was paid for her work. Okay. Then she was a part of this group called Mantronics. Now, I didn't even know this because, I'm a musician, I'm a singer, and Mantronics is actually who mixed my record, Never Gonna Let You Go, when I was on Sleeping Bag Records. So I didn't know it was a group called Mantronics, and she was a part of it. But I believe one of the people, group members of Mantronics, is the one who mixed and mastered my song on Sleeping Bag Records, Never Gonna Let You Go. So I'm gonna look that up because I just got all this information, and I got that she was part of this group called Mantronics, and that definitely is the name of the producer or the production house that mastered my song, that mixed and mastered it. So she was a solo artist as well as a songwriter and wrote many, many hit records. Now, she was a part of D'Angelo, the writing of D'Angelo's album, Brown Sugar and Voodoo, because she was in the, I don't know if they actually got married or she was just with him for many years. They had a child together, her and D'Angelo. But I didn't know that she was disconnected. I knew of her through D'Angelo, being with D'Angelo. But yeah, she helped start his career. She was writing on his whole album, and that's how they met, as she came in as a writer. And then, I guess they got to know each other and fell in love. So she had those kind of writing credits under her belts. And she was complaining here recently that how much money they owed her in Universal Records, and that she was like, she wondered how they're going to get out of paying her money. And it's eerie that she ended up passing away. But she said she was talking about how wicked this thing was and how they had, taken advantage of her. Her songs was I Wish I Didn't Miss You, No More Rain, and Brother, I Want to Thank You. She worked with Prince. She worked with Lenny Kravitz. She played the saxophone for Lenny on tour, Lenny Kravitz. Sister played the saxophone. She was like a well-rounded musician. And she wrote and did, again, vocal production and songwriting on D'Angelo's Brown Sugar and Voodoo albums, which are sold millions of copies. So she had a lot of money, and she had like 11 albums over these years. So she had, well-rounded musician, Miss Angie Stone. And I just want to, just give her that because it was terrible. I had just watched a couple of her videos and not really watched when I clicked on it and watched, but I didn't watch the whole thing. But she was really, talking about, the industry, and she was talking about, different things about being robbed of her royalties and things like that, like most musicians. Okay, so I just wanted to really just do that. And also I wanted to talk about in that same thing, but in aspect of they are just killing off our people. Oh, I can't say that word. Unaliving our people. Just all over the place. And everybody knows what's going on. And nobody is saying nothing. It's unbelievable and unreal, the passing of this sister, She is also responsible for neo soul. They even says like she's the queen of neo soul, and that she's one of the pioneers of many genres of music, because she was from the hip hop era of the Sugar Hill Gang all the way up to present. She had, she was still doing shows. So, and they just be taking out our people, and everybody knows it's clearly a sacrifice, or, some type of takedown, whether it's for her royalties or somebody's using her as a sacrifice in the music industry. And you'll know, because all of a sudden there'll be a big come up, like just say like D'Angelo wants to make a comeback, and now he had to sacrifice her in order for him to, start to make it. But she even discussed that between her and him, their fallout is because he didn't want to give her no recognition for being, helping him get his start in the music industry. Like I saw one of the videos where she said that his ego didn't allow her to, get credit of helping him, get to where he was. And that's just horrible. We as a people just can't work together. We can't do anything together without it being so, about, money and power, or, lust. It's horrible. So I just wanted to say that, they're taking out our people one at a time in Babylon, starting with these famous people, but eventually it's going to be the whole, the whole bunch, talking about the children of Israel in Babylon are being taken out. And this is a product of it, of how our people have sold their souls for this fame. And then now they can't get out of it, and, it's unfortunately with this sister, she had, she was involved, and she had did this thing on BET with the R&B divas. And it was, an interesting show with the sisters, who were in the music industry, and what they were doing and working on. But she talked about how that ended negatively because it was a lot of drama going on amongst the sisters even, so how that goes. Excuse me. So I wanted to move forward and say, talk about Skype. Skype is going to go away. They're ending Skype as of May, maybe like May 6th. There will no longer be Skype. Anyway, Microsoft is removing Skype. Now, that's huge, brothers and sisters, because we know that Facebook, which is Mark Zuckerberg, or, he who owns Facebook, owns WhatsApp. So that's all government, and even though Skype, it wasn't part of that thing. So this is why they're moving Skype off the table. And y'all please need to take a note of these things. Now, I had a pretty good following on Skype of Israelites who, knew that they needed to come out of America. People, I keep that Skype, even to this day, very available, and put messages up just to keep it going, in case when things start to happen, people will be able to communicate. And so we do need that type of form of communication. So now that they're taking Skype out, we have to find another way to be able to communicate. Most of the people who are on my Skype, they were people who knew to come out of Babylon. Either they have come out or they know to come out, and some went back to Babylon, some went to other places, and some are still here. So I just want to make a record to say that, now that Skype is closing, that we have to have another form of communication. So I'm asking you guys to reach out to me, send me an email. On my website, I am using my website now. And maybe I will start doing newsletters again, and just, as a form of communication, doing maybe a monthly newsletter. And that way, just to keep people abreast of what's going on, and a way that you can contact me, in times of trouble, when it's time to leave and, you need some information. We no longer be able to use Skype. And here in Jordan, WhatsApp doesn't work. Like, you can't talk on the phone on WhatsApp. And because it's directly affiliated with Facebook, I don't even like to get involved with that anyway. I do have Facebook, but right now they're even messing with my account, so I can't even log in. But, I will be fixing that soon. But I don't like to use Facebook for communication or Google anything for communication, because there is, I just don't want to use it. So there will be another format. Now, Microsoft is changing, and they are going to have a free version, something with Teams or something like that. And I really didn't want to go that route, but I may have to. But I just want to put that out there, that for those who are on my Skype, just know that they are changing the Skype. Now, I also have Zoom. I do have Zoom. I don't use it as much. And because they make you do increments. I used to teach my Hebrew class on Skype, so I do use it, but I don't use it that much. And now I'm doing the Hebrew on my website, on Hebrewism.com. So if you're interested in that, you can go to the community section and sign up for the Ancient Phoenician Hebrew. And I'll put that right now in the comments for Hebrewism.com, so that you can go there and just check it out and go look to see. Okay, so Hebrewism.com, there's a community section, and that's where enrollment for learning Ancient Phoenician Hebrew, conversational beginner classes. And we need to get our language back. We need to, start to communicate in our language. That's very important. So so I wanted to talk to you about that. Skype is closing down, and that we need to have another form of communication. So I'm also going to put my email, that you can send me an email, and that I will, possibly start a new newsletter monthly. But I don't know when, and my time is so short right now, so I could barely do what I'm doing as it is. I'm doing a Highest Bible Book Club on Tuesdays, and talking about doing the Ancient Phoenician Hebrew, teaching that class, and then at Nappy Heads Chronicles as well. So it's a lot. So I don't want to give myself too much, and then I can't complete what I'm doing. But we need it. So Skype is closing down. I have a lot of people on Skype. I pray that you all, I will come up with a way before May and start just sending out notices on how we can stay connected outside of Skype. And, I have Zoom, but I don't think Zoom is like Skype in that way that you can chat, and it's only for to do calls. So we won't be doing that, I don't think, but I'll start really looking into it. I just really wanted to make a count and make a note that Skype will be ending May 6th. They're shutting down Skype. They have this thing called Microsoft Teams, I think, which is supposed to be replacing it, but I have to look into what it's about. They may, start to charge. Everything is going to be charged soon. They're moving into the mark of the beast, guys. They're moving very fast. Even YouTube, you're going to have to even pay to be on YouTube pretty soon, because they're moving everything towards a monetary thing. Everything on the internet will be going to payments, and which you won't be able to buy or sell unless you have the mark of the beast. The Bible is true. Everything is coming to pass. Elon Musk is in office with Trump. He's controlling the financial aspect of the government, and he has the Neuralink all set up, which is the chip in your brain or in your hand, and he's ready to go with it. And speaking of that, I have a video that I want to show you, because one of the brothers, I don't know if y'all watch Willie D, he did a video on it, and I wanted to show, it's a short video, so let me pull it up so you guys can see it. If y'all haven't seen this, you need to pay attention, and I pray that y'all are working on getting out of Babylon. Jordan is the safe place. Get out, get out, get out. So let me share my screen with you, and let me let you watch this video. It's very important. Hold on. Where is it? Okay, here it is. And this is Willie B. You can go, Willie D. I'm sorry, you can go to his channel and you can
What's up,
video.
family? Did you know they have a futuristic prison in the United States that's designed to treat inmates like patients? It allows them to serve their time in just 7 minutes, no matter what the sentence is. 1 year, 100 years. They can serve their sentence in 1 year, should they elect. The criminals will have a choice to spend 10 years behind bars or 100 years behind bars, or they can make the choice to get artificial memory implanted in their brain. This process is called Cognify, and the intent of it is to treat the criminal like a patient. They're putting chips inside of human beings' brains right now, and they're trying to change the person's brain chemistry. After this process, when they re-enter into society, they'll be new and reformed, and they won't even be capable of committing another crime. The chip can make the patient feel empathetic, depending on the severity of the crime. The chip can also make you feel emotional, physical pain of the victim and the family members. You can feel what they felt. The process only takes about 7 minutes, but to the patient, it feels like it's been years. Last year, the United States spent $8.7 billion of your taxes on the prison. They said that this new prison is going to help save money on healthcare and education. Furthermore, they said that because so many people are going to be reformed, there'll be less crimes committed, and we all will be safer because of this. All right, fam, who with it? Give me a thumbs up if you're down with it. Thumbs up if you're down. Thumbs down if you say, hell no, man. They're trying to pull the wool over my eyes, trying to bamboozle me. This is insane. This is indicative of the culture that we live in America, where nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to be accountable for their actions. If you get a 20-year sentence and you're guilty of some egregious crime, your ass need to do 20 years. Now, obviously, the United States practice over sentencing. There's a whole lot of people who have 20, 30, or 30-year, 50-year sentences should not be in prison. They're in there for non-violent crimes. They should not be in prison. I can see a person who ain't got nothing to lose be like, yo, man, give me the chip. Let me take this fool out. Give me the chip and let me reset. Can't be no worse than things are for me already. Maybe it'll make me smarter. And maybe the chip will help me get a job. This is very dangerous, fam. This AI is out of control. But we all saw it coming. We saw this coming. Any of you thinking about getting that chip, you better think about this first. What if you're asleep? I mean, it's a good sleep, good deep sleep, snoring and everything, and you don't even snore. And that chip malfunction.
Hi, welcome to Reliable Machinery Factory. Here I introduce to you a big filling machine with capacity 20,000 bottles per hour.
You're going to have a hard time waking up if that chip malfunction. I'm not letting them put a chip in me. I don't give a damn what they say. And understand this. America is not in the business of freeing people, but in the business of locking people up. They are in the business of making people slaves for free labor. This is why American prisons are stacked to the ceiling. Now that's the truth. It ain't because people are doing such egregious crimes or because people are so dangerous, they got to put all of these people in prison. No. It's all about the money, man. It's free labor. There is a direct link to the prison system being privatized and the number of incarcerated individuals in the United States going up exponentially. Yeah, fam, that ain't happenstance. That's by design. It don't even make sense for them to create a program that allows the citizens in the United States to escape prison sentences, to escape doing time. This is what they do. They look forward to issuing out a number of years, every single week, month, year, so that they can ensure job security. Prison is job security for a lot of these folks. You know, putting people in prison, that's job security. You got whole towns that are dependent on prison income. They're dependent on those companies that they give contracts to, and they're dependent on the government subsidizing and giving them X amount of millions of dollars a year per body. Yeah, man. Oh, man, this is about money and control. They're trying to put those chips in people's brains so that they can control them, further control them. See, once you commit a crime, then your life don't just go as you thought it was planned. You don't get to be as free as you once was. So this is how they can control you to an extent. Even if they put you on probation, they have some control of your movement. They have some control of the decisions that you make and the opportunities that you can take. I think this is a gateway to putting chips in the rest of society. See, some of y'all sitting back thinking, oh yeah, they're gonna do it for the prison shit. I don't care what they, man, whatever they do to them, I don't care who. Ah, man, when those prisons come back into the free world, guess what? You're gonna come in contact with them. Now, would you rather come in contact with someone who has their mind right or their own mind, or you would rather have somebody being controlled? Now, I get it. Some of these people are so bad that they need to be put down or locked in a cage, and that's where they should be. But this is about control, fam. This ain't about nothing else. This is about control. It is a gateway, I do believe, into getting everybody else on board with these chips. And you know they're going to falsify the data. They will falsify the data. You know that. They're going to tell us how great the program is going and how beneficial it is and all this stuff. And then, as they always do with the propaganda machine, you're going to have so many dummies jumping on board. The next thing you know, all I ask is going to be walking around like Michael Jackson doing a robot. I'm telling you, look how easy it was for them to convince most of America to take that damn jab. Americans are some gullible people. As smart as we think we are, we really ain't that smart. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And let me know, do you think this is a good idea? Give me a thumbs up if you say yes. Thumbs down if you say, hell no. No more talk.
Praise Ahaya Bahashim Yeshaya. So basically, they're chipping people, and they're chipping them as we speak right now, as I'm speaking right now. So I just urge people out here to just warn you, get out of Babylon. Get out, get out, get out. Jordan is the safe place. Because what I find interesting, like with this brother, but you know, you can go to his channel and subscribe. And I pray that you hit the subscribe button here and comment. But what I find is interesting is that he'll say the chip, but they won't mention the Bible. They won't equate this to the Bible, and that is something, you know, that the Bible warned us about and that we not. So he's saying he's not going to take it. Praise the higher. At least he knows that. But nobody's talking about, you know, the Bible aspect of it is going to change your DNA. It's going to change your God gene, that you're no longer going to be able to connect with the Most High. And that's what this is about. It's about the children of Israel awakening. So all this stuff is going on. Now, he said this is going to be implemented, or it's being implemented in prisons right now. And he's saying that people are going to serve their terms through those type of portals and, you know, opening up all kind of demonic entities. This is happening as we speak. You know, society is changing. We're in the midst of this change. And the most, like the Bible says in Baruch, like we will witness it. The whole earth is going to witness it. But Babylon the Great is going to fall, which is America. America will be destroyed for all the wickedness. Because all of this stuff is centralized in America. Even though, you know, they're working on the outskirts too. It's all in America. So that's why the Most High said in Revelation 18, come out of her, my people, so that you don't partake in this wickedness. Jordan is a safe place. It's the only safe place. This is where the Most High has his finger on. So a lot of our people, you notice they're fleeing into Africa, running into Africa, just blindly running. But instead of going into the Bible and reading and understanding what the Most High told us to do, to come back into this region, into the Middle East. This is where I am now, in Jordan. And this is where we will be protected by the Most High. Now, I'm not saying that it's a cakewalk, it's easy. You must come back under the laws, statutes, and commandments that the Most High gave to Moses and Christ, and, you know, the doctrine of Yeshaya. His name is Yeshaya, and the Most High name is Ahaya. You must come back under the law, statutes, and commandments. So a lot of people, they're running for their lives, but they don't have no idea of what this is really all about. This is really the awakening of the Most High's people. And he's ordering us to get ourselves together and get out of America and come into the Holy Land, which not into Israel right now, but on the outskirts of Israel, which is Jordan. And we have to start preparing and getting ourselves together. Christ is returning, but it's not like how we thought it was going to be. So there is a safe place for us to come to. That's Jordan. The Most High provided a place. But in that, you must come back under his law, statutes, and commandments. There is a prerequisite that the Most High is giving us. He's allowing us to come back. He's allowing us to get out of Babylon. But the thing is that we must come back to worship him. Get back under the law, statutes, and commandments that our forefathers refused to follow, and why we ended up in America in the first place. Okay? So once we understand these things, then we know that, we have to learn, get into the book, get into the Bible and learn all about him, So, I just wanted to cover these type of things. Now I have another video I want to show. So I spoke, for those who are new, I just spoke about Skype. Skype is shutting down. And I have a big Skype chat. So it's called The Narrow Road. And it's basically for our people who know to come out of Babylon, who's trying to get information. I got a lot of information on Jordan and how to leave and, these like that. So I'm going to work on another aspect that we can kind of connect. So if you want some information, if you're ready to come out, if you, need some help on what to do and how to do it, I'll have that information for you. I pray that you all stay connected. Stay connected. Don't, get lost. I'm on, you can contact my email. I told you, travel@yahoo.com or info@itoldyoutravel. My websites, one is Hebrewism.com. itoldyoutravel.com. These are my websites. You can connect through my websites. I have a community section now. And, basically that was for the Teach the Ancient Phoenician Hebrew, but I'm going to be doing other things via my website. Since I had a problem with Patreon and they just closed my account, they did recently again reached out to me and sent me an email, and we'll see what happens with that. But I done set up my website, so I want to be independent so that these people just can't mess with you whenever they want to mess with you. Just take your stuff down and, do all kind of stuff, because they really want to stop the children of Israel from making it out. And we have to understand and acknowledge it. It is what it is. There's infiltration going on. There's a lot going on. And so that video letting you know that they're chipping people in jail. Oh my goodness. So they're already, once you go to jail, your life is, at bay, basically is hanging in the wing because you don't know what's going to happen now. They automatically start chipping you, There's no real coming back from that. So also in the news, China warns that it's ready for any type of war as Trump's tariffs go into effect. So Trump had put a lot of, restrictions and things like that on China. So it's causing China to, rise up a little bit. So that whole thing is still going on. It's still war drums are still beating, even though they stopped it here in the Middle East right now. But praise the higher, he's just still allowing Israel to be able to get out and get within the borders. Jordan is within the borders, brothers and sisters. So, but the war drums are still beating. If y'all seen that information on Russia with talking with Trump, he practically was threatening Trump in the White House at his desk. Like in a meeting with Trump at the White House, Zelensky basically threatens Trump, and then Trump comes back at him real strong. So this thing is just gamming up, brothers and sisters, and you're still able to get out and make a move and prepare for what's coming. They're chipping people in Babylon. The chipping has already begun. They'll do things like the jails and people in hospitals and things like that before they start to demand it be the regular population. And that's when they're going to use the National Guards that they got set up all throughout America, because they bringing them in, but nobody's leaving, So they'll have these natural emergencies or natural disasters, and they'll call in the National Guard and the armies, and then they're never leaving. So all this they're setting up, and even things seem a little quiet on the front. There's a whole lot of still just distractions going on, keeping people still, not able to leave. And y'all have to understand what's happening, and it's happening right before our eyes. So I give all glory, honor, and praise to Ahaya for giving us information on where to go. Jordan is the safe place. Okay, so I want to show this other video. Another brother who gives a lot of information, and I use him a lot on my videos. Praise Ahaya. Now I'm because I'm not monetized. I guess this is why I'm able to use these videos, and it's educational use only, fair use. I pray, but I don't think that stuff really helps much. But we'll see. So, because I'm working on my channels, praise the higher, and I pray that you are liking and subscribing and coming on my channels, making comments, and helping move that the algorithms so that I can get more traction going and people are able to see these type of videos, telling people to come out of Babylon, where to go, what's going on in the news. Just focus on biblical stuff, biblical events so that our people can pay attention. Okay, like the people are being chipped in jails as we speak. They're starting to do everything via AI, and that's all chipped stuff. That's all the mark of the beast. This is what the Bible talked about. It's happening right now. Why? From you doing your day-to-day, you're working and going here and there, they are chipping people. And so do not be distracted and do not be deceived, brothers and sisters. It's happening. And this is why the Most High said, Ahaya said, come out of her, my people. Get out, get out, get out, brothers and sisters, while you still can. Okay? And I just mentioned the wars are still going on. You saw what happened with Zelensky in the office in Washington with Trump. I mean, it's not stopping, and it's not going to stop. Praise Ahaya is slowed down in the Middle East for a little while, but don't be deceived and don't be fooled. It just was enough to buy us a little more time so that the children of Israel, can get out. Get out, brothers and sisters. Elon Musk is in government, and he has the Neuralink. He owns the Neuralink, which is the chip that the Bible told you not to take. And they messing with the money system. They messing with the system so that you won't be able to buy or sell without having that chip. It's coming, and it is already implemented, brothers and sisters. Even now, if you notice how even YouTube, they're setting up to where you won't even be able to have YouTube unless you're buying or selling, using the chip to sign in and things like that. It's already here, and you can tell how they're moving. Everything is about the money, the money, the money. Okay. Okay, give me a second and let me find this video. Okay, hold on. Where is it? Morning for this time. Let me see if this is it. Yeah, here we go. So this is another brother who gives a lot of information.
So since they warned us and they said this warning to us a while back, but I found more details about the future. And now today we're going to simulate our own scenario because of this was said.
The most striking finding that we found is that 93% of cyber leaders believe that the geopolitical instability makes a catastrophic cyber event likely in the next 2 years.
In the next 2 years? Oh gosh, that was 2023.
And I was telling y'all just yesterday that I found out, yes, this year they have their situation where they're going to be doing a global world cyber drill. Do we know exactly what's going to happen? No, but I just feel that we should be more prepared for scenarios as well, because they say they're going to get ready for high impact attacks that are real world cyber incidents. And it seems that they're the only ones prepared. So what I came up with for the first time, probably the first person to do it in this area, I actually narrate this scenario that we're going to go through, and you're going to be answering questions and making choices here. So this is not just a video today. You'll find out here as we go through it. So let's go ahead and step right into it.
Helen Hadsell was able to win any competition she took part in. She was known as the contest queen because she had...
Are you ready? This is not just a video. This is a simulation. A digital war has just begun, and you are at the center of it. Today, we face a full-scale cyber attack targeting our entire community. Banks are down. Power grids failing. Communications is limited. The question is, though, what will you do? Make your choices wisely, and let's see if you can survive this digital collapse. The power in your city goes out. Internet and mobile networks are literally offline. A message flashes on your emergency radio. Attention, critical cyber breach detected, national infrastructure compromised. Here's choice one for you. So listen closely. A, stay at home, secure your devices, hoping things will return to normal. Or B, head out to meet neighbors, discuss a community plan.
All right, y'all, what you doing? You stand at home hoping things will get better. Or B, you're going out with the community. Oh, and you're getting more answers on things. Secondly, answer the question based on how your community is and how, if you're around people you can't trust, answer the question based off of that. And based off of your choice, how many people will say they're going to do what? That's going to be the next scenario that I'm going to put us in right now. Okay, somebody says B. What y'all got? Y'all got B, y'all got A, what y'all got? Let's see what coming in. Let's come on the chat. And so the people who watch this afterwards, they're not actually giving the live response, but just know that this could help you as well, because we'll be talking about more of this. We got more B's coming in. Okay, mostly B. Mostly B. All right, B, okay. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go into the B scenario, because that's what is the next thing we got to go into, because that's what you chose now. All right, so I'm gonna click that scenario for you right here. Let's see what's going on.
You gather with neighbors, rumors are flying. This could last weeks. Someone suggests, though, setting up a local trade system using food and tools as currency. Here are the choices you're presented with, so listen closely. A, join the community effort to build a barter system. Or B, sneak off to stock up before chaos spreads.
All right, what y'all doing? You join up with the community effort to help build a barter system, or are you just gonna skate on off and you're gonna dip out because you ain't about community and the people around you, maybe they weird, I don't know, but answer based on how you feel the current situation you're in. Okay, people says A. Somebody says B, Jenny Carlson. Okay, we got B, we got A. So far, it's more A's. Lynch X, I don't trust people around me. Shoot, I get it. But if you can trust people, somebody says A equals survive longer. Yeah, that is true. A equals survive longer. It also equals more conflict, but also that working together will definitely not have you outnumbered. Okay, so we want to go into the scenario now at hand. Let's see what we got next here. Because this is important, right? Because a barter and trade system is going to be very important in these times. It's going to be something that helps us get through a lot of different things. Somebody says Wolverines. Oh yeah, definitely right. Somebody says you don't have to trust all these things. Just trust Jesus. You're gonna need to trust community eventually sometimes, or like have somebody in family you can trust. Let's go into the next thing right here.
الشركات الصغيرة تخطط دائما لخطوتها التالية. الأمر سهل مع أداة البحث عن النطاقات من جودادي. لا عجب أن الكثير.
And now we've gotten to the point where days, even months have passed. But the cyber attack is getting worse. Water treatment plants are shutting down. Police are literally overwhelmed. A shadowy group comes to offer protection, though, in exchange for resources. Here's your choice. A, accept their protection and give up half of your supplies. Or B, decline and risk defending your home yourself.
So you giving up resources to work with some shadowy group, probably controlled by CIA or government, or B, you defending your house. What you got? What y'all got? What you gonna do? Okay, B, somebody says I work at a water treatment plant. And then you gotta remember the water, if the water system is collapsing, you gotta know how to get some people around you who filter water well. B, everybody like B, no, we definitely ain't got time to give some shadowy group our resources. I would say an alternate scenario to that too. So the alternate scenario is not just the shadowy group shows up. Later, here's another scenario that happens. After that shadowy group thing disappeared, your resources get depleted. And now you're in a position to where during this cyber crisis, you got teams down the street ganged up. What are you going to do? You're going to wait for them to come to your place? Because eventually that's what's happening in the neighborhoods. Or B, you're going to find a way to get out of the area. Or C, you're just going to defend the area. So what you got, you're going to defend your area. You see a bunch of gangs coming in. And you may be outnumbered, but if you got a team, then that's different. So pick B to leave, C to basically stay and defend. And let's just say B and C in this one. And then I got another one coming. Somebody says run. So I want you to remember, like, the art of war is whatever your scenario is what's important, because in the art of war, if you're outnumbered, it's important to have like maybe little hiding spots, maybe in your own house, maybe little areas inside there that you can look like you're not even home, places that's like secret doors. But if you don't have that, then yeah, you got to definitely move into figuring out what are you going to do if they come your way. Certain traps and stuff like that too to be set up. Okay, so let's go into the next piece of the scenario.
Now, here we are. The simulation ends in 2 weeks. Some of you made it, some of you didn't. So tell me in the comments, why did you make the choices that you made? Would you survive a real cyber attack? Or are you already prepared? If you want more simulations like this one, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay vigilant.
So yeah, that's the question. Why did you make the choices you made? And I want to see generally as a large population, where are we at? Did you make the choices because A, you have community, or B, you don't have community, you don't have people to trust? So I want to see what is the perspective on that right now, because that's basically why all decisions was made here that we just went through.
You gather with neighbors.
Somebody said one. Yeah. Somebody says more simulations. Oh, definitely. I'll do more simulations with everybody here, because I feel like why do we let them simulate everything and we don't simulate anything for ourselves, as far as just gaming it out? And a lot of people here said that they would join the bartering community system. There's one scenario I didn't play for y'all, so I actually want to play that scenario.
You decided to stay home. You unplug your devices, but soon realize your digital cash is useless. Grocery stores can't process payments. Your fridge is nearly empty. Here are your choices that you're presented with. A, search a house for stored supplies. Or B, risk going out now to find food and water.
Okay, what are you gonna do? This is the scenario that nobody picked, but for the people who does pick the scenario, let's just say everybody, let's play along with it. You chose to stay home. What are you gonna do? You stand there to look for supplies and resources because you're good, or B, you going out to the stores and like this is the first weeks we're saying of the cyber scenario where everybody's gonna go out there because I mean I've been in Katrina and I've seen how as soon as the water go down, the water ain't even all the way down. People already were hitting the stores. So B, a lot of people said B, some people say A. Okay, appreciate that super chat too. Somebody says love the new look. Thank you. So A and B. Okay, so I get what you're saying there. Check the pantry and then still go out and then, but it got to be like that perfect timing too. Like whenever you get ready to go out and then start to recon. And here's what a good thing probably would be to do. Maybe if you have like a camera mounted, maybe if you have like a drone or something, you get the drone and you just send it up to see how bad the area really looks and to see if you really want to go to stores. So I would say, what if we all invested in like a small little drone or something like that where you can just get a little bit of footage?
I thought this was very good, praise Ahaya, and for food for thought and get people thinking, because this is what you need to be thinking about. This is where you need to be, thinking, because everything just seems like it's just, a matter of time. A matter of time. Okay, so I'll just leave that there, but you can go to his channel, JW Space TV, and see the words. He have a lot of interesting videos on here, some that I haven't even watched yet, but he gives out a lot of information. Excuse me. Praise the highest. So I wanted to, just like talk about that, what some of the things, because it's very important, brothers and sisters, to start to build community. And this is something that I'm really working on, just on, this YouTube journey of trying to get monetized and get my views up. It's really all about community. It's about community, building with like-minded people so that you can, start putting things together. So that's something that you really should consider. Even while you're in Babylon preparing to leave, you need to have a community of people who are getting out too and preparing just like you, and also when you come out of Babylon and, going to where you are set to go, have a community there, because you have to prepare with people. I mean, eventually we'll be in this wilderness and there'll be a whole bunch of us, but until that time, we still have to start to gravitate and navigate together and learn how to do that. And it's the hardest thing for Judah in America because it's part of our curses. So it's hard for us to even maneuver like that, outside of Babylon. Like there's people in Babylon who are coming together, but to me, it's for naught if you're not thinking about coming out of Babylon. I mean, what are you thinking? It's let me take this off. It becomes pointless if you're doing things counterproductive. So if you're storing up food and spinning your wheels in Babylon, when the Most High said come out, and you're just going to be destroyed, there. And then you end up having to run and leave all the stuff that you've stored. You're just spinning your wheels. And a lot of people, they'll rather do that so that they can feel like they're doing something instead of doing what they know they need to do, and which is get out and start to build outside of Babylon. Don't wait until the last minute and then you spinning your wheels and spending all your money doing stuff that it's counterproductive. It's not going to help you anyway. You know, if something really happens, you're going to have to get up and run, leave everything there, and then go to the next place. You might as well just get to the next place, which is Jordan should be that place. Praise the higher. Okay, so now I wanted to go to another video because I was talking about Trump and, you know, with China, what's going on with China. Well, I wanted to go into this video. You know, this woman, Lisa Haven, she, you know, keeps abreast on that whole government thing, what's going on with Trump. But she's saying that, hold on, let me find it. What she's saying. That, did I pull it up? I think I did. Hold on. No. No. Give me 1 second. Oh, here it is. Yep. No. Oh. Went to the wrong one. Okay. It's really talking about what I do. Trump's mass arrest. Yeah. So he's setting up to do mass arrest. Now, I don't know. Maybe it's the people who are leaving, they putting out the country.
His administration about to make mass arrest. Well, the truth of the matter is this rumor has been flying on both the left and the right for at least the past couple of years, and speculations have been all over the place. But bottom line here, it doesn't matter what ranking you have in the United States government or how high up your salary goes and who you are. It doesn't matter if you're a member of Congress or not. If you committed a crime that is worthy of a jail sentence, then you should be punished for that crime. And I honestly believe that this is what Doge and Donald Trump is trying to do, because far too often our people who are in the upper ranks of the government, as we're finding out through Doge, have been able to get away with many crimes. And it really ticks me off, because if you and I have done some of the stuff that USAID has done, we'd be in jail. But this is finally being called to, well, Trump's attention. Take a look at this, and this is on dailymail.co.uk. Trump considers criminal charges for USAID staff after Doge uncovered wild abuse. It goes on. Federal workers at the USAID could find themselves behind bars for fraud after Doge uncovered a massive spending scandal at the program, Daily Mail has learned. Peter Morocco, Deputy Administrator Designee at USAID, provided the House Foreign Affairs Committee with a briefing on Capitol Hill on Wednesday while discussing the review of foreign aid implemented by President Donald Trump. Morocco
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته إخوتي وأخواتي في الله الحمد لله
told the committee he is considering sending criminal recommendations to the Justice Department regarding actions within USAID being exposed by Elon Musk's Doge. Apparently, there's still judicial action that has even come out as late as this morning. Representative Keith Self from Texas, who was in the meeting, told Daily Mail in an interview they intended to refer USAID officials to the DOJ, he shared, noting how fraud is a criminal act. The Republican shared that Morocco left open the possibility that both USAID workers and grant recipients could be recommended for crime. The great news is Donald Trump and his administration through Doge have already fired thousands of employees within USAID. as they have been noting, all the fraud that has been exposed within the agency. And quite frankly, it is a lot of fraud. I don't want to rehash things that I've already rehashed here and on Restricted Republic, but I want to take you to the White House to kind of highlight some of the fraud and abuse as a quick reminder, right? And this is on the whitehouse.gov. And he's going over here the waste and abuse that runs rampant at USAID, which, by the way, USAID has nothing to do with foreign aid or aid whatsoever. That is not what it's about. This is why none of us call it US aid. We say USAID because that is the more appropriate term. But anyway, here is some of the waste and abuse that has been happening with your money. $1.5 million to advance diversity, equity, and inclusion in Siberia workplaces and business communities to just flippantly flow out to any country for any said cause. And this is a Democrat progressive socialist cause. And then we have 70,000 for a production, a DEI musical in Ireland. Like, seriously, why? I don't want to pay for any musical, let alone DEI. And this is in Ireland. I mean, give me a break. And then we have $2.5 million for electrical vehicles in Vietnam. Again, we can't afford this. Transgender opera in Colombia, $47K, $32K for a comic book in Peru. I don't care if it's a transgender comic book or a regular comic book or whatever. We don't have $32,000 to spend in Peru for any comic book. And then, of course, $2 million for sex changes, LGBTQ activism in Guatemala. Tourism, $6 million for tourism in Europe. I mean, really? Why? Why? All of this, hundreds of thousands for nonprofits linked to designated terrorist organizations. That is huge. That is huge. And quite frankly, insane. Millions to EcoHealth Alliance, hundreds of thousands to of meals that went to Al-Qaeda affiliated fighters in Syria. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? And then, of course, funding to contraceptives and birth control and hundreds of millions of dollars to equipment and all of that was being used by the Taliban for heroin production. Yeah. And the mainstream media is out there, oh, it's fake news. No, it's not. No, it's not. In fact, CNN got called out for this. And I want to show you that because I think it's just interesting. And here is Libs of TikTok. CNN just quietly edited their fact check article after they reported Trump's statement on spending $8 million for making mice transgender was false. And here you could see where they said it was false when they were fact checking his address to Congress. Trump falsely claimed the Doge identified government spending of $8 million for making mice transgender. And here is the retraction. An earlier version of this item incorrectly characterized as false Trump's claim about federal money being spent for making mice transgender. In other words, they had to retract it because our money was being spent on mice in that manner.
Helen Hadsell was able to win any competition she took part in. She was known as the contest queen because she had won 7 trips to Paris, boats, houses. She would basically take part in.
I can't even believe the sad truth is, I mean, I don't like CNN or any media, mainstream media, because they've done nothing but lie to us. But the fact that they're defending that, I don't care what it's, if you want to be what you want. The thing is, we don't have that kind of money to be spending on that. But the fact that CNN would come out and be like, oh, no, this isn't happening, it's just ridiculous. It's like you'd think they'd actually do the facts to find out if it were true first. But instead, they're pushing a political agenda. They didn't care if the fact was right or if they had to issue a retraction. It is what it is, right? And this is the kind of stuff. And then we have some craziness here that the left is literally protesting this USAID. I think they have no idea. They're clueless. Clueless lefty protesters interrupt USAID hearing, get savage for being wrong on AIDS funding. That was a really interesting clip because they came in, right? Some of these leftist protesters came in and they interrupted the hearing. If you were a Democrat, I would call that an insurrection, right? Anyway, but they're like, fund the AIDS again. And the guy's like, we didn't take away that funding. It's still being funded. So your entire protest was irrelevant, right? But these are the kinds of things that we have been seeing within the Democrat Party. Ergo, right? This leads me back kind of to the original USAID, right? Staff within that are now being considered for criminal charges. And by the way, right, because of all this fraud that we've been talking about and all this abuse that has been going on, and I really think it goes deeper than anything I've shown you today. In fact, I wanted to go on Google Trends. I went to Google Trends, right? Because I've been watching the trends in the District of Columbia over the past couple of weeks to see what is spiking. And money laundering term has spiked within the last 30 days, specifically in the District of Columbia, right? So a lot of fraud apparently could very well be happening. And people are like, what the hell is going on? But there is a massive spike over the last 30 days in money laundering and people looking that up. By the way, if you really want to be in the know what's going on, get to restrictedrepublic.com. I've got a lot to share with you on this broadcast. I'm going to be sharing, we share exclusive videos, Justice Knight and myself, 5 days a week on Restricted Republic, ones that you're not getting here. And by the way, all our YouTube videos are also posted there without any commercials. But get there, use the coupon code Lisa and the number 5, become a subscriber today. You are not going to regret it. And it's less than a cup of coffee if you use that coupon code Lisa and the number 5. And it really supports what we're doing and us getting information to you guys. But check it out at restrictedrepublic.com. I really hope to see you guys there. But with that,
Okay, praise the higher Bahashem. So I just really wanted to give that information, here today about what's really going on. If you haven't heard these things now that you know, and you are able to, respond and prepare. Please don't be lax. Please don't think that there's nothing going on. Brothers and sisters, there is a lot going on. Please be preparing and getting out of harm's way. Jordan is a safe place, and praise Ahaya for all that he's done and is doing for us. So I pray that you have a blessed Shabbat. I hope this information was helpful and useful. Please hit the like button and share and comment so help the algorithm on my page. I'm still working to, for the land and to build my content and things like that, so that we can make money and we can have things in the wilderness. People are coming out. A lot of people don't have and not able to get what they need. So we're going to have to be able to stand in the gap for our brothers and sisters. So I'm praying for our people to, really start taking this stuff seriously, what they're saying. I'm putting my email on the banner so that you can email me. Also, go to my website, Hebrewism.com, and, look around, see what we're doing. We're trying to put things together, praise Ahaya, Bahashem Messiah, but most of all, trying to prepare and have refuge for our people. Have a place where you can come and put up a tent and start to prepare. Grow your own food and, get water and substance so that you can survive. That's what this is all about. And the quicker you do it, the more time you have to get things done. Now, let me see what I just did. No, I want to keep that there. The more you have time to get yourself done. You won't be running around at the last minute, not knowing what you're doing or what to do. Praise the higher. So I give all honor, glory, and praise to Ahaya for his mercy and his kindness, for the love that he's showing to Israel. Praise Ahaya, brothers and sisters. Get out of Babylon. Babylon the Great is fallen, and Jordan is the safe place. Okay, so I'm going to say shalom. I want to, go early and get me some rest. I've been running around for the last 2 weeks because of the holy days. And we got the Passover coming up next weekend, starting at Shabbat at sundown. Praise Ahaya, we have our Passover. So I'm praying that you all are getting yourselves together and ready and preparing. Yeshaya is coming. And it's just totally amazing. It's an amazing time to be alive. We are so thankful for, the Most High, Ahaya, sending his son so that now we are able to capitalize off what the price that Christ paid. And that's us coming out of Babylon from underneath the captivity and having a safe place to gather and prepare. It's not the easiest thing in the world for Israel. We're still dealing with the curses and things like that. But because according to Ahaya, we will make it. There will be a remnant that makes it. And we just got to pray to be part of that remnant. So again, that's my email. I told you, travel@yahoo.com. You can send you want more information. If you want to support the work, that's the GoFundMe. You can go to the GoFundMe. And, we hope that you support. We need support. We need to prepare. We need to get land and food and more water and things as people are coming out of Babylon, so that we can survive as a people. So I give all glory, praise, and honor to Ahaya, Ashur Ahaya. Bahasham Yeshaya Wakudash Wak. I'm getting down here. I'm going to play, maybe a song or two. Excuse me. As I leave. And I pray that you are safe. Have a wonderful Passover. And this week, Tuesday, is the 10th day. That's when you buy your land. We are supposed to buy our land on the 10th of the month, which will be Tuesday coming up. Okay, so don't forget to buy your land, brothers and sisters, and you can put it in the freezer. And then when it thaws out on Saturday, Shabbat, at even, we're supposed to start cooking the lamb. So I give all glory, honor, and praise to Ahaya, Bahasham Yeshaya, Wakodash Wawak. Okay, get your calendars ready. Do whatever you need to do, brothers and sisters. But we give all glory and praise to Ahaya. For this is such a blessed time to be in, to watch these prophecies unfold, to see it in real time as they, doing the mark of the beast. So get prepared, brothers and sisters. Don't get caught out there. Okay? Okay, let me get my song ready, and I'm going to play. Praise Ahaya. Get within the borders, guys. Shalom. Bless you.
Rider was thrown into the Red Sea. Ahaya is my strength, Ahaya is my song. He is my salvation, my power, I built his habitation. So we're thrown into the Red Sea. The depths have covered them. They sink just like a stone. The goodness of His excellency has overthrown. Oh, higher. Not just about your attention again. You better pack them bags and grab them kids if you. You better pack them bags and grab them kids if you. You better pack them bags and grab them kids if you know what I know. Song of Moses, 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 song of Moses. You better. You better. You better. You better. You better. You better pack them bags and grab them kids if you know what I know. You better. You better. You better pack them bags and grab them kids if you know what I know. To the wilderness, let's go. Babylon about to fall. You better pack them bags and grab them kids if you know what I know. To the wilderness, let's go. Babylon about to fall. You better pack them bags and grab them kids if you know what I know. Study the scriptures to show yourself approved. Study the scriptures to show yourself approved. Higher, Bahashim Yeshaya. Higher, Bahashim Yeshaya. Study the scriptures, 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 study the scriptures to show yourself approved. My skin is black. My body is burned. I survived